It's time for the Billy Flint Experience.
Thank you so much for joining me tonight for another wonderful Billy Flint Experience. I am your host, Billy Flint. Feeling kind of good tonight. You are coming live here from Germany. I'm trying to get my words straight here because it is late. But as I said, thank you so much for joining the Billy Flint Experience. Hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful day, evening, or night, depending on where you are in the world. We're going to get right into tonight's show, tonight's podcast. And I don't know if anyone has seen the Dave Chappelle special on Netflix. But that is the subject tonight because I find it very, very comical, to say the least. If you hadn't seen the comedy special, I recommend everyone to actually take the time and watch it on Netflix. It is on Netflix. I don't know how long it's going to be on Netflix, but it is on Netflix. And I watched it earlier part of last week. No, middle of last week. I watched it, and I didn't know it was going to pick up the traction that it had because it's all over the news. It's all over the social media and other news platforms. And that's what I find very interesting because Dave Chappelle is officially the GOAT. Let's give him a round of applause. Yes, he is. He is officially considered the GOAT. And more so, he's one of my favorite comedians. But alongside of that, again, I find it very interesting because it's really picking up traction as far as what's going on. His content of his comedy in this particular show is not as funny. This particular stand-up on Netflix is not, in my personal opinion, it's not as funny as his other stand-up comedy shows, but it's still funny. This one is still funny. It's just very introspective about what he's talking about. And I'm not gonna spoil alert. I'm not gonna do that. I want everyone to actually take the time and watch it because it's funny, but it's more introspective. It's more introspective in what the subject matter in which he's talking about, and you know, and everyone seems to always dissect what a person's if this individual is an artist. You have people that want to dissect their art in their art form, whichever the medium is. Everybody wants to dissect it and try to figure out, well, what does it mean? What is the hidden meaning? And to me, it's just funny. It's truth in a lot of the things in what Dave Chappelle was discussing in his comedy stand-up. A lot of it is true. And like I said, you just have to see it. But again, it's picking up traction. But, before we get further into that, we are going to light up tonight. Because, again, as I was reading all of the all of the articles online, and it just seems as though one particular part of his show sticks out the most. And there's always drama within this particular category. And of course, I'm talking about the LGBT. Wait a minute, make sure I get this right. LGBTQ plus Y or T. I'm not sure because they seem like they're always adding letters. But anyways, Dave Chappelle was talking about this. Was talking about the lady who written the Harry Potter books. What is her name? J.K. Rowling. And something particular what she said about transgenders. And again, I'm not gonna spoil it for those that haven't seen the special. Just watch it. But again, the controversy comes around where the people from the LGBT community is up in arms over the things that what he was saying in his comedy stand-up. And there's one particular thing what he was talking about. It's an acronym, and he says that he stands with. Well, he was saying that he is a feminist, as far as the definition of what a feminist, the definition, the defining wording of feminism, and Dave Chappelle said that he is a feminist because he believes in the right for women, which is correct. I feel the same way. I stand for the rights of women. And it doesn't matter. It seems as though it doesn't matter what an individual's say. There's always going to be something wrong with what they say, and there's always going to be someone upset, someone angry, someone taking it out of context and wanting to have their own agenda behind the reason that they're angry. Creating a whole new narrative. So the acronym he used was TERF, and that's TERF, and he said that this is actually a real organization. And he says the acronym is Trans Exclusionary Radical Feminist. And that is a group. That is actually a real group. And what it is supposed to be is a group of women that do not fare with the transgender community. In particular, the people who are, let me make sure I get this right, the people who that identify with the woman side of themselves, or the women, or wanting to be a woman. They changed into a woman. I guess I'm saying that right. See, it even got me watching what I say. But again, that's what this particular group is. They have a disdain for the women transgender community, because they feel as though they are taking up what women have fought for. And I guess the feminists are actually saying, well, you're not really women. you don't give birth. You don't have monthly cycles. So you're not really women. And that's what Dave Chappelle was saying, that he understands how they feel. So now you have, again, the homosexual, the LGBT community. It's just, I don't know. I find it very, very, very comical. I can't stop. Every time I think about what his comedy was, I just laugh. So I'm sitting over here with a big smile on my face because it's really, really funny from some of the articles that I was reading. But again, like I said, Dave Chappelle, in my opinion, is officially the GOAT. He don't give a damn what others are saying about his stand-up comedy, because for one, what he's saying is truth. And there's going to be people that don't like the truth. So be that as it may, I stand with Dave Chappelle. I like his comedy. Dave Chappelle to me is like George Carlin. Very unpopular comedian, but very popular because of what George Carlin, rest in peace, what George Carlin talent was to take the ordinary of what people are not seeing and opening it up for the truth to expose itself. And that's what Dave Chappelle is doing. He's taking the irony of life and he's opening it up for people to see the truth behind it. But he's doing it with comedy. So on one hand you laugh, but then again it's thought-provoking. As you laugh, you stop and you think. So, again, to me, Dave Chappelle is the GOAT. And I stand next to it. So that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for listening and joining me here at the Billy Flint Experience. Again, I am Billy Flint. And I look forward to being with you again. Have a wonderful day, evening, or night. And we will talk again soon. Be safe.